Hello guys, welcome back to another episode here on our channel. It's great to have you guys back. Special fatalo for our Ainga members. Hope everyone is okay. Today's Saturday here in Samoa. The Saturday before Mother's Day, so just here at the plantation, came drop off water for the cows. Quickly do a check around the cattle fencing, and then we'll grab some taro as well. So we've missed out, I think, about a week of content. I've been quite busy, just feeling quite lazy the past week, and just a lot going on and stuff. So that's why we missed out last week content, missed out on our cooking episode. But it's great to be back now, feeling energized again. That's one of the reasons why it's quite difficult being a solo content creator at the same time farmer, because sometimes you do lose the energy to make content because there's so much stuff you have to do, and as a result some things suffer. But it's good to be back. Hope everyone's okay. I'm just here at the cattle farm. So recently we've had a lot of cattle. Just last week alone, we've had a lot of cattle trampling all over the taro plantations. If you can see here, it's a lot cleaner now. There's hardly any grass, if you guys see there, and that's because there was a lot of cows coming through here in the past week. I'll show you guys the drone footage there. On Sunday, I woke up, was planning to come to the plantation, but I just thought I'd send the drone in first, only to find out that there were cows here trampling all over the plantation. So quickly jumped in the car, and then came to the plantation, check it out. So it was quite unfortunate. And then throughout this whole week there's been a lot of cows coming through, the same cows. It's been quite a challenge the past week, especially because we were harvesting taro as well. For our usual pango order, we had to come back and harvest around 10 sacks from here at the plantation, just so that we have enough taro. But everything's going on so far. If you guys see that kingfisher there, hardly see that anymore, so it's nice to see that kingfisher. I think it's called a kiokala in Samoan, tiotala. But it's raining a bit, so I'm just gonna wait for the rain to maybe die down a bit, and then we'll head off. Alright, so I'm just gonna walk around the cattle fencing. The entire cattle fencing, this main plot here, the main block here, and just scan the fencing there to see if everything is okay, if there's any missed wires or things that have been damaged, because there's been quite a lot of cattle coming through the plantation, and I don't know, sometimes I worry that there might be damages, so it's always good to check, which is what I'm doing now. All right, so this plot here, this one here, just I think about that towards here is the one which will be ready to harvest in the next month or two, probably another month. And that's the one where a lot of cows have been trampling over. At the moment we're harvesting the ones just on the side there, which I'll show you guys later once we go grab the taro. But just wanted to show you guys, I don't know if I've mentioned this before, we made the access gate over there and the road which brings us to the plantation coming from there. These 3 trees was the one where I marked, which I still remember, is the one where we used to come and jump over. So prior to that, our family walks to the plantation and we'd have to jump over that, use those 3 trees and jump over the fencing. So when we're also carrying water, when we would carry water from the house, we'd have to carry it up the usual route I showed you. If you guys watch this episode here, we'd have to come through there and then try and get the water over that bit there and then carry it all the way to where the water trough is. But this again is one of the reasons why when I started this journey I wanted to do an access road first, because it'll make things a lot easier. Trust fat people to make life easier, you know. They say if you want to get something done, send a fat person, because the fat person will find the easiest way to do it to save energy. Oh, too good. But yeah, I don't like that gap there, so I think I'm gonna do something about it. There, right there. All right, first job. All right, so I just got a bit of those straight branches there of the kamalingi, and now I'm gonna mount the wire towards the pole, nice and sturdy at the moment. So this little bag here is where we've got our tools, mainly for the cattle fence we keep here at the farm, which is this plier here and pack of nails. Now these nails, I don't like them because they're small, but it'll do the job for the time being. All right. All right, that's done. So I am going to continue again along this path and see if we can find any more holes to patch up, but also fix the fence if there's any damage. All right, just finished fixing another one. This gap here, the pole was actually not mounted to the fence, so just added, I did the pole again back into the ground and then just added some nails. So we're not even halfway. So see this? Those are cow tracks, and this is their usual route, either this side or the far side over there, where I usually come through when I walk here. So I'm thinking if we get some of this cattle fencing from this tree to that coconut there, maybe 3 or 4 lines, that'll block them from coming. If not, we can extend it all the way up there, but we'll see as we go. All right, so we're finally at the corner here. I'm not going to go through the entire cattle farm, but just there's hot spots where cows usually come in, and that's where I'm trying to focus on. So this is the corner post, and as you can see there in the back, well, a lot of the cows come through. Now I need to go down that way. All right, was about to leave this place. Thought, you know, getting a bit lazy, but thought I have to fix this. So see, from this pole to that pole, this is basically useless. So I'm just gonna add another pole there, which I've already cut there. Gonna bang in some nails. All right, another one dusted, done and dusted. I'm gonna continue down here. Whew. See, the reason why I do this is not only for to stop the cows from coming in, but I don't want my cows to go outside. So that's why I'm putting a lot of effort into doing this. All right, so I mentioned this before in the previous episode, which is why this is the reason why we use tamalingi, the small leafed one there, tree, is because we can use it as posts. I mean, the main reason why we use it for posts is because eventually it'll start growing. So see this? This is one of that tamalingi posts. It's been used for the fencing, but look, it's already growing. It's got nice green leaves. And the benefits of this is that when we come by next time, the post would have become a strong tree. And as a result, we can use it for more branches when we're fixing that's a tamalingi there. And you can see how straight the poles are, the branches are, which is why this is more preferable than the whapasi, which we've got there. So that's a whapasi, and you hardly find strong branches, only when it starts to harden up. But see, look at these straight branches. That's the reason why we use tamalingi. So continuing on the side here to see if we can find some more stuff to fix. All right, so see this here? Not a big fan that there's such a huge hole here. I don't think a cow can get there, but a person can get in there. And we don't want people coming in the cattle fencing, because then that's when start stealing coconuts and stealing eventually other things. So I'm going to fix that post. Look at that. Now this is not the tamalingi, this is a fau. You can tell by the leaves there, but so that's the fau there, but this one's the tamalingi. So I'm going to use this because it's nice and thick. All right, another one done. Let's go. Just finished another one. So these are 2 new poles just put in. There was a large gap here, but the problem I didn't like was that it's so leveled, and if someone wants to jump over the fence, they can do it quite easily, which is why I thought I'd put this pole here to try and stop, you know, that. For the top wire here, I don't want to I was going to mount it to the poles, but it's under so much stress at the moment. The tension is too high, so I don't want to break it. So we'll leave it as it is. And yeah, I'm going to continue. I'm almost halfway there. All right, guys. So I think we're about 45% of the way through. But we've just established, so this is where the cows actually come through. They come up here. So if you can see, there's a road there, right there. That's the Walangalui, which extends from the main road up there all the way down to the other portion of the village. But you can see this is where the cows actually come up. They lie around here, and then they make their way to the plantation. But it's good that we've seen it now. I mean, I knew it was here, but just the amount of, like, the clean bit here, there's quite a lot of cows that actually come through here. It is starting to rain now, so I'm not sure, I might call it off. But you know, I'm almost halfway done. We're almost at the point where there's a lot of damage, the usual point. And I'll explain why when we get there. So after that bit, I think we should be good. Alright, so I've just come to this one bit here. I'm not comfortable with this large stretch here with no poles. I honestly believe there were poles in the back here, unless so I remember back then we had one of our funerals. We slaughtered a cow here only because we didn't have the access road set up. So we slaughtered a cow somewhere here, and then we carried it down towards where you see the main road is, right there. So that's probably the reason why there aren't any poles here. So I think I'm going to fix that. I think I'm going to add some poles because we've got the access road now, and the car easily comes inside the cattle farm. So there's no need to have this gap here. I was about to get my poles in place, but already cut. Heard the cow, one of the cows screaming. Just trying to check up what's going on. I haven't checked on the cows yet, but I assumed they were in here, so I'm just going to quickly walk, see what the problem is. Oh, there it is. Alright, it's all good. It's just cows being cows. Gonna finish this up and we'll head back. It's getting hot. Alright. That's looking a lot better now. Still got a long way to go. If we can make it up to that foul there, along that stretch there to the corner one, that's where most of the damages occur, and then I think that'll be good for us. Do you guys remember Valfifi? Valfifi is that plant where you touch and it closes up. Have a look. Look at that. So it responds to touch. You touch it, see it closes up. This one. Touch. Touch. When I was a wee lad, when I was a kid, I used to play a lot with Valfifis. Now, all grown up, I don't like when there's a lot inside the cattle farm because it means it's going to be less grass. It's going to be harder to clean up. Hey, all right. So on to, almost to the last bit of stretch here, and then we should be good. Right. Looking good down there. Just get a closer look. Yep, it's looking good. Just gonna continue going down. Oh, got a flat tire. Jeez. Hey. Gonna need to fix this. Another flat tire. Hell with it. Let's go commando. Alright. See guys, this is a pig trail. Usually back then we experienced a lot of pigs damaging inside the grass because they suwa and really damaged the grass. And this was where we found the trail coming from, in the back here. Alright, so finally here at the other corner point, which is this coconut here. Samoans always tend to use coconuts to set boundaries for their land back then. So this is our boundary. It's another family's boundary. You see the bottom here. That's where a lot of the pigs come through. But everything, so this is where most of the damage has been. If we get a closer look, just be careful I don't step on this barbed wire. These are recent poles. These are old ones. And this is where most of the damage takes place. This is another family's cattle farm here. And their cows usually come inside our cattle farm through this side. Oh well, everything looks good. Alright, so I'm just going to continue on treading very carefully because Bata was fixing this the other day. He said he encountered a large beehive, not the usual honeybees, but the hornets, the wasps. So I'm just being very, in case I come into contact with those same wasps, as this is not a good place to catch them. Look, there's these tracks around here. I don't know, from cows or maybe pigs. Probably pigs. This is where they usually come through. Alright. Not a big fan of this side. We might need to do another job here to fix up this side of the cattle fence, because see all these posts, they've all rotten. Here, little buddy. They've all rotten, so we might have to switch them up. But yeah, so I think our most recent one was last year, and we made it all the way up to this large whapasi there. So this is the only thing left to fix. Hopefully we can get that done sometime soon. Look at that, see? By just doing this, you see the cattle fence sway back and forth. Could probably do something to hold it in place for the time being. Oh well, we'll see. The cow's been crying, so I might have to finish soon to go get them their water. So yeah, this side is really damaged, so we might have to fix this in another job, another big job. This is where they usually the cattle or the other family, which is why we get a lot of damage on this side. All right, if you guys can see, I'm at the back of the cattle farm, but this is the back of the cattle farm and extending there. So around there is where the hornet's wasp was, or the hornet's nest, which is why I didn't go that way and came back upwards. But I can see the fencing from here. If you guys can see down there, you can actually see the fencing running, so should be okay. Can spot it from here. But yeah, almost at the third corner of where the posts are, so I can check. So but I was able to fix that as well. So yeah, you can see right there. So these three corners of the cattle farm is where I mostly draw my attention to, because it neighbors other families' land. You can see that's the third corner there, that middle post, and that neighbors onto the other family's land. However, on that side, that's our other plot, so I'm not too worried about this side. But it was just this one here, that corner up there, and the top corner all the way in the front there. But yeah, everything's looking good so far. All right. So this side was where Bata said was completely damaged recently, I think a month ago, and some of the cows came through here, which is why you see Bata was cutting some branches here just to fix up this side. So I think I'm gonna double down on this and see if I can just add 1 or 2 more poles just to reinforce this bit, and then we should be done. So this side is the other family's cattle farm, but down there, that's our other plot, and that's the plot let our cows down to. So we've still got a lot of that plot down there is entirely fenced, but we hardly bring our cows down there because it's pretty far from where the water is. And when we do come to check, we have to go come all the way from the gate all the way down here to check on them, and then call them up to come drink water. But when they do come, we've got an opening there, and that's if they do want to go down, they're always free to go down. So let's walk towards that way. So as you guys can see, this is the small gate. Well, it's not a gate, but this is the small opening we have for the cows if they want to go to the other plot down there. But they hardly come down here anyways. This is a lot of overgrown, so we might have to clear this plot as well. But yeah, this is our other plot. And then our next plot is right in the front there, which we do occasionally open the cows, but this one hardly. And this is the side where we're thinking of doing our plantation. One thing we try to do here was we wanted to make it so the car can come all the way down here. So the farthest my truck has made was all the way down here. But I've never taken the truck down here, only because if you look at this portion here, completely slippery, so I don't know if I can make it back without a winch. So that's another upgrade I'll have to look into getting the truck, is to get it a winch. But I wanted to bring the truck all the way down here so it's a lot easier to access, and we can bring a lot more equipment down there. But I think that's it. We're going to head back to the front of the gate. Work here is done. Another Saturday I'll come and fix the ones in the back, but they're in good condition for the time being. But we're going to head back to the front because I'm worried the cows are thirsty. So down there was where I was at, where the entrance to the other cattle plots was. But here, I just wanted to show you guys, this area here was, I previously told you guys that my car used to come all the way back here. I don't come here anymore because the car has such a long wheelbase. When it comes in this ditch here, it always scrapes while it's trying to climb up on this bit. So you come down from that side and then start climbing here. But because of the long wheelbase, the back end would start to climb while the front end would start to climb while the back end still hasn't gone all the way down. And as a result, there's always scraping occurring. So yeah, when I do come, I usually just travel around here, gather coconuts, then head back. Yeah, I already see the truck. I'm about to die. Big! 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 Just calling out the cows. Alright guys, so see, that's the third plot there, right next to this main plot. So that's the entrance to that plot right there. And when the grass here on this main plot is starting to finish, we rotate the cows into that plot and allow it to grow, allow this main plot to grow again. Woo. Good exercise Let's go. Let's boosh. Woo. All right, finally here. I've been trying to call out the cows. I mean, I know they're here because I saw them, or some of them, while I was fixing the fence. But I'm just not confident that they're all here because I only saw a couple. So I feel like I want to go, but I also feel like I want to stay because I want to make sure the cows are here. So I think I'm gonna start walking back just around the cattle fence just to see if I can see them, and then we'll head back here. We'll go get some taro. Should be done for the day, guys. I'm so tired. Could use some coffee at the moment. Ooh, fresh pool. Should be close. Oh, there. All right. So I'm just gonna go hang out with them and check how everything is going. Wish a happy Mother's Day, and yeah, should be done. All right, guys, they're all here. Oh, look at that. You don't see that anymore. If you guys can see, there's a minor bird on the cow, and I'll tell you something interesting about that. Back in the day, so the minor bird was an introduced bird into Samoa to help with the tick, I think it was tick or flea population that was affecting the cows. So the cows had lots of ticks here in Samoa, and the minor bird was introduced to help feed off those ticks. But they've become a pest now, so we can it'll be good to but I mean, they still have their use, but try and clear them because there's quite a lot now. But yeah, guys, we're gonna wish the mothers here happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day, guys, and you guys have a good tour night tomorrow. See if I can bring them something tomorrow, like Essie. And yeah, enjoy, guys. At least they're all here. They usually don't camp out here. They camp out at the other side where the other plot is, where we usually open them. So it's quite neat to see them camping here. But I think they want to sleep, but I'm interrupting them. See, they want to sleep, but I keep talking, and that's why they should probably let them sleep. Oh well, go get some taro now. It's scary how many insects there are. I don't know how much insects outnumber humans. If there was a human versus insect war, all the humans would die. Just because the sheer number of insects in the world. Alright, gotta go. Alright, finally back here at the car. Just gonna quickly take a break, unload the water, pour some for the cows, and then we'll go get some taro and bananas. Taro, and we'll try and find a banana. All right, finished unloading the water. Take a quick break. Actually brought myself some coffee here. Just gonna enjoy a bit of coffee, and then we'll get some taro. So we've got our taro here. We don't need that many because we've also got taro at home from the leftovers from our pango order this week, so that's gonna help us out as well for Sunday tonight. But just a few from here. We need to go find a banana. Just check if there's a banana that's ready for harvest, and we'll get that too. Alright, we're gonna go check for banana. Here's another example. Look at that taro. You can see there's a hole in it. It's wasted taro. It's not from Mongoli. It's actually from cows. Their feet actually burrows into the comb. Another wasted comb there. So the roaming cows have been in and around this area. See, most of the grass is gone because they've been eating it. Look at these, even the leaves of these wapasi, all gone as well. And this last Sunday when I came, oh well. Almost there in getting our firearm. Once we get that, gonna be having steak every day of the week. I'm just gonna head to that side, see some bananas there, and just check if it's ready for harvest. Sorry guys, just feeling a bit sad. Look at this taro, completely trampled on. And that one there. Such is life. So just checked on these bananas. They're not yet ready for harvest. Still quite young. Probably be ready in another 2 months. Also this one here, and that one there's not even close. Oh well, it's just taro then. But yeah guys, just gonna check on this other plot here. Cow poo. You can easily tell cows were here because they love the leaves of this wapasi tree here. And most of these wapasi here, as you can see, they have no leaves. And the grass is quite low. So they've been in around in here. This is because they've been trampling all over the wood. As a result, the wood breaks. It's no cool. And this is where I usually come if I walk here. And as you can see, there's a trail because of the cows. If you guys can see there, I'll show you. So the clearings all the way up to here is just the large trees left, and we're probably planting that in 2 weeks time. So that's all the way where I showed you guys in the last episode. That's where the clearing is, and this part is this side of the clearing of that entire 1.5 acres, or 1 acre I think, 3/4. So yeah, a lot of progress going. I think for this entire plot we're going to leave it for the next 3-4 months while we give priority to that plot. And then once it's all said and done, everything's all planted, we'll come back to this plot here. and replant it. That'll give it enough time to fallow. Just gonna grab this taro here. So either I'll take it or the cows trample on it. So just gonna head back to the car. Already got our taro. Gonna head back home, get something to eat, some rest, and yeah, call it a day. Get ready for tomorrow. Is Mother's Day here in Samoa, so I will be spending Mother's Day with my mother and a peer. So hopefully we've got a good episode coming up. I'm not sure who will be cooking, but in the event there's no one cooking, then I'll probably be cooking as our usual arrangement on Sunday. But yeah guys, I'm just gonna head up to the other plot and then we'll finish it off from there. Alright, so we're here now. As you can see, I think we came here in the previous 2 episodes. So the taro is growing well. If you can see down that far end, that's where we will be planting next. So this entire thing has been planted. We've also cleared out some of the trees. So it is a lot brighter in here. Just gonna take off my shoes. It's a lot easier to walk around here without any shoes. Some of you guys recommended boots. The problem is with boots is that I haven't found my size yet. It's really hard trying to find size for my feet, so that's why, yeah, it's still a work in progress. But as you guys could see, a lot of the tiapula has grown, is starting to grow well, which is a good sign. I was always worried about this area in case the tiapula doesn't grow as well as I wanted it to, but you can see it's growing really well. So I'm just gonna walk towards down that side and just check the growth of the taro, but also where our next planting will begin. The soil is extremely soft, which is a good sign. All right, I think right there. Just trying to find where the last taro is. All right, that's the last taro. This one here. So this is the boundary of that previous planting and the new planting we've got scheduled. So if you can see down there was the place where I showed you when I was standing down there recording towards up here, just where that big tree fallen is. So we've got to plant all of this, and that last bit down there is left to be cleared, but this has all been cleared to the extent that we want it, and now just left to planting. One thing I'm just worried about is the distance, because see where the car is, we've got about 5,000 tiapula coming in end of next week, so I just think it's a bit far for the boys when they start to plant. Probably see if we can make a road for the car to come inwards in this plot, and also when we harvest it'll be a lot easier to harvest this plot as well. But yeah, so far so good. Praise God. Alright guys, I think I'm going to sign off now. It's been great to record again, get some episodes out. I do apologize guys for missing out last week. It's been quite busy for me and the family as well, especially uncle's in New Zealand now, so it's mostly me and my wife trying to sort out the usual TARO order, at the same time working on 9-to-5 jobs, at the same time supervising the boys with their work. So it has been quite hectic lately. Also I've got a few projects coming up, so I've been quite busy lately and just lost it last week. Just didn't have the energy, so I do apologize guys, but I think I'm quite energized now. Energy levels are up, so hopefully our normal routine will begin again and continue as always. But I just want to say thank you guys for always supporting the channel and always tuning in when we upload. I really appreciate it. All of us here on the family, everyone here on the farm and in the family, really appreciate it guys. So we'll definitely catch you guys on our next episode. Just want to say thank you again guys. If you've enjoyed today's content, be sure to like, comment, subscribe and share our channel guys. But until our next episode, God bless, take care, stay safe. See you guys soon.